Hi Cancer, welcome to your September 2018 tarot reading with Reading the Signs. So let's talk about the direct transits of the planets this month because we talked a lot about retrogrades in the last few months. Saturn, as well as Pluto, are going direct in Capricorn, your 7th house of partnerships, on the 6th. And that's the Saturn, and on the 30th Pluto goes direct. Whew. And Mars has just gone direct in that side of the sky for you as well. So if some of you are married and things have been a little bit tough, that's going to change. Things are going to be a bit smoother this month. We also have Venus entering Scorpio in the 9th house, and Venus entering Scorpio in your sister sign, also your 5th house of true love and romance, is pretty magnificent, Cancer. Why? It's particularly magnificent to be there in general, but it's going to be there for a lot longer than usual. Typically Venus spends about a month in a sign. This is going to be about 4 because of a retrograde in Scorpio at some point. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh no, not a retrograde in Venus, planet of love. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Although, to be honest, having it in your 5th house of true love is pretty good. You know, in comparison, having it there a bit longer, don't worry about it. Also, the Virgo energy this month is very compatible for you, Cancer. Don't forget about that. It's your 3rd house of communication. And if some of you have been struggling with family issues regarding your siblings, this is a great time to make up for that. Find a bit of common ground with people you've not been finding common ground with. And this month is all about breaking bread with others because it's been a particularly tricky astrological transit, as it were. So let's see what we've got coming up, Cancer. 8 of Wands. That's interesting. That's in the same spot that it was for Scorpio. So moving forward in your relationships. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what's underneath. Ooh, the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, Cancer, let's have a look-see. Okay, so first thing that I'm sort of seeing is a potential for new love in the workplace. Okay, that's one thing that I'm seeing. Some of you maybe have a crush on the person you work with, because the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups can certainly mean that, but it does mean that love is on your side. So if you're liking somebody this month, Cancer, particularly with Venus being in Scorpio, the chances are they like you back. I'd say that's pretty strong for a lot of situations. The 8 of Pentacles, as well as the outcome, suggests to me that, you know, love is a learning process, first and foremost. You're sort of reflecting a lot on what you've learned over the past year, particularly with Jupiter being in that side of the sky for you, having it in Scorpio. And there was that very lengthy retrograde of Jupiter in that spot for you as well, which was quite difficult, Cancer. I'm not going to lie. I'm sure you felt that. You felt the pinch. But there is no growth without lessons. I'm saying that because 3 of Pentacles is in the challenge position. And it's almost like if you haven't learned anything from this interesting astrological sky we've had over the last year, chances are you're not going to be seeing the results just yet. You have like that lesson to learn. You have to take in something from your experience. But on the other hand, financially speaking, it's looking pretty good. 10 of Pentacles here. Who doesn't want that? Money is coming in. Financially, things are looking pretty good for you. There's opportunities coming in work. The Ace of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, a fulfilling job offer, more money. Who doesn't want that? Things are starting to progress where there hasn't been progression before. But I'm actually going to draw a couple of clarifiers for the 8 of Pentacles, because I'm curious. Oh. All right. Strength and the Magician. So some of you are dealing with Leo, some of you are dealing with Gemini. Could be both. I don't want to deny you. But you know, Cancer, one thing that I'm sort of picking up on, there's been, maybe it was the retrogrades, maybe they made you retreat. Maybe you really didn't want things to be moving along in certain areas for whatever reason. Maybe you were really not very forthcoming. That looks very set to change. Very set to change. The Eight of Wands leading to strength, the number 8 to the number 8, and the Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing, 888 in angelic numbers is very financially comfortable. So I can see where the 10 of Pentacles is coming through. It's all about abundance and manifesting abundance. So if you're worried about anything this month that's financially tricky, Cancer, things are getting a lot better. You're starting to see the product of your manifestations that you've been hoping for, the desires that you've been hoping for. That's what the Magician usually means. It also means that you're more in control of your own destiny. I can see a lot of you working privately at a desk. Maybe some of you are writers. Maybe some of you are working from home. Some of you are possibly... some of you have got this real bright spark of an idea this month, Cancer, that's going to pull you out from where you are, and you're going to be using your strength to get there. Nobody's going to be stopping you. Possibly also your relationships are going to be getting a refresh. Maybe you've been having some difficulties with Leo people or Gemini people, and you're starting to see a little bit growth in that area, or at the very least you're seeing communication where communication was an issue before. I think a lot of you are getting messages from people possibly from the past, or at least people from the recent past where communication suddenly halted. Maybe it halted for 3 days, maybe it halted for 3 weeks, I don't know, but I think you guys are getting some communication coming in here with the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I'm also seeing for some of you that your relationships are getting a lot more affectionate. Maybe there's been a little bit of I don't know, maybe there's been a little bit of, as I say, I sort of get the impression with the retrograde periods you were maybe within your own shell a lot, and I sort of get the impression that you are coming out a lot warmer and a lot more tactile, particularly with the females in your life. I think there's going to be a much more comfortable relationship coming forward this month for you, Cancer. But I am seeing that it is primarily based on communication. So you may have been having misunderstandings with people with the Mercury retrograde, especially because the Magician's here. He's very Mercury-esque. And you may realize that they were all just miscommunications, is one way I'm seeing this. But there is a great potential here for new love, particularly if you are dealing with a Leo or a Gemini. Or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm also thinking for a lot of you as well, this is renewed love, as I say. Maybe there was a split there and they're suddenly getting in touch and you want to know what's happening. The answers aren't abundantly clear, Cancer, is one thing that I'm saying here. I suppose it depends on your situation, but words are everything this month, at least from what I can see here with the Magician. It's all about communicating your needs, communicating your standards as well. And there's also that expression, you'll catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Make sure that the people you're dealing with know that you're fond of them, because strength it can always be a warning that you're maybe not coming across as warm and in control of your emotions as you need to be in a work environment, at least. But this is very interesting, Cancer. I'm going to draw another Goddess Guidance card. Goddess Guidance message for Cancer. Oh, goodness. Right, well, they want to come out. Let's see. I'm just going to take from the top of the deck. Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Bright future, Lakshmi. And fertility. Interesting. Okay, so in light of those, yes, you are manifesting the things that you want. you're manifesting financially, especially the type of money that you want. And there was actually Cancer, that last new moon that was in Leo was your financial sector. So I'm imagining your manifestations are coming to fruition. I did do a video on the new moon. You might want to check that out if you've not seen it, because the new moon in your third house is going to be coming up this month as well, but that is a lot to do with communication. So the way you're communicating is very important. As I say, catch more flies with honey than vinegar. But that being said, for the Strength card, I do get a motherly vibe. Now, Cancer is the mother. It is the motherly sign, same as Leo is the sun, and it's the father sign. So when I see Strength here, I sort of get like the impression that some of you are having interesting relationships with your kids, particularly if you're dealing with earth sign children, maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There is going to be nurturing there. Some of you that have really wanted to get pregnant, I feel like this is coming up for you. Some of you are trying to manifest a baby. I certainly feel like September could be a great month to do that. Particularly with Venus in your 5th house of fertility and creativity and children. It is a beautiful aspect to do it under, especially with Jupiter being there. You know, luck is very prominent in that side of the sky for you, especially with bright future. Lakshmi, she promises you that everything is going to be fine. And make sure that if you are spiritual, that you're talking to your guardian angels, if you believed in them, if you believe in God, making sure that you are praying for what you want, manifesting what you want, believing that you're going to receive what it is that you want, Cancer, because there's a very strong spiritual energy providing for you this month. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want a private reading with me, the email is linked below, and I will see you guys in the next readings. Bye.